New study shows that women are more worried than ever about their ability to retire. By Jennifer Lang, Financial Services.
The latest edition of a yearly nationwide study shows that women are more worried than ever about their ability to retire. The pandemic accelerated a trend that was already happening, and working-age women need to take action to help reverse it. In previous years of the Nationwide Advisor Authority survey, the women surveyed were less confident than men in their ability to retire comfortably. The pandemic has, predictably, made that fear much worse. Women and the pandemic. Would it surprise you to know that women have taken harder financial hits due to the pandemic than men? Here are just a few reasons why that's the case. More women are unemployed than men, largely because the service professions hit hardest, such as retail and hospitality, employ more women. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, beginning in April 2020 and continuing through September, the unemployment rate for women spiked higher than it did for men. Women of color are hardest hit within that group, according to a McKinsey study entitled, Women in the Workplace 2020. Black and Hispanic women both had higher unemployment rates than white women as of November 2020, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. More working women than men have cut back their work hours to care for kids who can't go to daycare or in-person schools. According to the McKinsey study, 1 in 4 women were considering giving up work, cutting hours, or changing jobs due to increased caretaking responsibilities. This is the first time in the survey's 5 years of existence that there's been a difference in the rate at which men and women left their jobs. Moms are 3 times more likely than dads to be responsible for housework and caregiving, according to the study. The pandemic has only increased these responsibilities, what with everyone home all day. What's even worse, men and women don't seem to agree on the amount of household work they're doing. Over 70% of dads say they're splitting the housework with their partner during the pandemic, but only 44% of moms say the same. Jobs and the pandemic. As if caring for their families and their health isn't enough, women's job stress has skyrocketed during the pandemic. That might seem counterintuitive, what with the benefits of working from home, for those who can, that is. But things like performance reviews, mental health, and burnout cause so much stress that the comforts of home can't make up for it. Less than 33% of employers have adjusted performance review criteria to take the pandemic into account. That means almost 70% of employers are adding stress to employees' lives as they try to deal with working from home, with the kids, all day long. About 42% of workers have depression, anxiety, or burnout. That's according to a 2020 survey performed by Headspace, a meditation app. 56% of women don't think their mental health is a priority for their employer. That's quite a bit more than the 41% of men who answered similarly, according to the study. What the survey revealed. Okay, so now we know the lay of the land in general. But what did that nationwide survey tell us specifically about women and their finances? In 2019, 60% of women surveyed were worried about a recession. In 2020, that number rose to a whopping 82%. Similarly, in 2019, 57% were worried about a coming bear market. In 2020, that number jumped to 74%. Those numbers are huge. Women's biggest worry? Portfolio losses due to COVID-19 and protecting assets. A massive 72% of women surveyed said the pandemic has already had a negative impact on their retirement savings. Things women can do. Now more than ever, women are probably juggling too many tasks. So make an appointment for a call or video chat with a financial professional at their convenience. Research resources that are convenient to use that help with one's ability to cope. Seek targeted suggestions that address one's specific financial fears. The stats we shared are just that. Stats. Individuals may be part of them, or you may not. For those who are feeling those financial pressures, that's your cue to take action. Talk about what you need now, as well as what you need in the future. The good news is there is a silver lining that most don't consider. The life insurance industry was created to solve problems just like these. Start with a checklist. Are beneficiaries up to date? Now's a great time for a checkup if you already have life insurance. Are your beneficiaries current? Are you the beneficiary of your spouse's policy? If there's a trust, do you know who all the trustees are? Is their information current? Has your income dropped, along with your tax bracket? It might be a good time to consider a Roth IRA conversion, because being in a lower tax bracket means you'll pay less tax upon conversion. Overall, we all can probably agree that taxes will be higher in the future, so to convert that 401k and pay taxes now, instead of later, is a prudent tax planning step. Do you want security and dependable retirement income? Annuities should be part of your financial plan. The nationwide survey revealed that more women than men rely on fixed annuities. And fewer women than men own products like fixed indexed annuities or registered index-linked annuities. Do you want to protect your family with life insurance, but can't afford it right now? There are several options for juggling an unstable budget. Is it possible to pause retirement account contributions and use that money to buy a policy? When the situation improves, you can resume those contributions and your family will be protected. There may be other options to squeeze more cash out of a tight budget. Try refinancing a mortgage, cutting unnecessary apps and services, and working with creditors to reduce monthly payments during this hardship. They are not always pretty options, but if it's a question of going without coverage or making this effort, it's worth bringing up. You are not alone. If you need help with this, reach out. Jennifer Lang Financial Services has licensed financial professionals ready to help. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you. Have a great day.